shall listen.
And when the world shall see. That world will cease to be.
They have forgotten me.
Father, I have returned. There is yet hope.
Freya, what news do you bring? Is there a way to free our people?
No, but I have brought someone who has seen things. He has confirmed that Mirak is indeed behind the suffering of our people.
I feared that it would be so.
But how is that possible? After all this time?
I fear there is too much we do not yet know.
Please, tell Storm what has happened.
So you have seen things yet. My magic grows weak, and so does the barrier around our village. Time is short. Tell me what you know. How do you know this? Allmaker Shelter. How do you know this? The legends speak of that place. Terrible battles fought at the temple. The dragons burning it to the ground in rage. They speak also of something worse than dragons buried within. Difficult to imagine. But if true, it means what I feared has come to pass. Mirak was never truly gone, and now has returned. If you could go to this place and see him, are you like Mirak? Are you Dragonborn? Then perhaps you are connected with him. The old tales say that he too was Dragonborn. I am unsure. It may mean that you could save us, or it may mean that you could bring about our destruction. But our time here is running out. The few of us left free of control cannot protect ourselves for much longer. You must go to Saring's Watch. Learn there the word that Mirak learned long ago, and use that knowledge on the Windstone. You may be able to break the hold on our people there, and free them from control. Some dark influence wields power over them. At first, it was only during the night, but now every moment is spent building some strange shrine. I believe if the shrine can be destroyed, the Skull will be free once more. Allmaker Shelter.
I have returned. There is yet hope.
Freya, what news do you bring? Is there a way to free our people?
No, but I have brought someone who has seen things. He has confirmed that Mirak is indeed behind the suffering of our people.
I feared that it would be so.
But how is that possible? After all this time?
I fear there is too much we do not yet know.
Please, tell Storm what has happened.
So you have seen things, yes? How do you know them? The legends speak of that place. Terrible battles fought at the temple. The dragons burning it to the ground in rage. They speak also of something worse than dragons buried within. Difficult to imagine, but if true, it means what I feared has come to pass. If you could go to this place and see him, then perhaps you are but out, you must... You may be able to break the hold on some at first. I believe if the shrine can be destroyed, the Scar will be free.
Then does he speak? And when the world shall listen.
This is some dark magic. Has to be.
You have prevailed. I can feel it. So it is. You have proven yourself an ally to the Skull, and so the Skull shall be allies to you. If you have released the Windstone and broken the hold on my people, perhaps you can do the same for the rest of Solstheim. I doubt it will fully stop whatever Miraak is doing, but it may slow his progress. I cannot help with that. None here can. You will need the knowledge Miraak himself learned. You will need to learn more about this Black Book. Miraak had this? This does not look like something of the dragon cult. It is a dark thing, unnatural. I would have nothing to do with it. But the dark elf wizard, Neloth. He came to us some time ago, asking about black books. I believe he knows a great deal about them. Perhaps too much. Seek him out to the south. Be cautious, Dragonborn. There is something else at work here. Allmaker, shelter you.
That world will cease to be. Here in his temple.
Don't go setting the place on fire, okay? I feel different somehow. More myself.
You follow me. You follow me. Elif, Rabah, Wafatu. You follow me. You strong help Tribkin. You strong help Tribkin. Chief smart most likely dumb, but Chief smart. We family, we strong, you stronger. Bilgemak, run. Prize beast, run. Fool Tribekin, chase away. Bilgemak, fear. You bring, he follow you, yes. Bilgemak, prize beast, you find, he follow. Bilgemak, love meat, give meat, he follow. You go. Rabah. Where beast? See you, no see. Bilgemak, go, go. Breivik. Elifaka, Kawa. Wafatu. Breivik. Breivik. Rabah. Breivik. Ilkemak, follow you. Ilkemak, no strength. Tribe Kim stronger. You stay, help more. Tribe Kim missing red cross. Need for God speak dance. You bring red cross. We dance. Here, like this, go pray to hands of red cross. Be friend of Tribe King. Elifakan to Kawa. Rawa.
As the wife, you look able to venture outside of town. Perhaps you could help me recover something precious that was... A few months ago, I had sent an important folio to the first edition bookshop. They sent it back to me recently, but it never arrived. Yes, the strident squall, or something like that. Yes, the damn thing sunk right off the coast. One of the sailors survived. Before he died, he told the Red Ruin Guard about the wreck and warned us that it was going to be crawling with reavers. Thank you. You have no idea how much it hurts losing such a precious heirloom.
My day was stolen.
Far from ourselves.
Obey our laws. Or suffer the consequences.
I lost my house, my family, my life.
I feel different somehow. More myself.
I'm asking myself why Mirak was making us build these shrines. And I'm afraid the answer will be far worse than any of us can imagine.
I'm gonna bleed you.
eyes were blinded.
Our hands. Want to
takes a strong will to command a dragon's soul. Perhaps you aren't as powerful as you think. I grow ever
red grass. Good red grass. Later we burn. Now, final task. Then you tribe give. Bad Nords sell thirsty bears. Live by water. Bother tribe keep. We fight. You strong. You help. No more bad Nords. Bad people. They come fight us. We fight back now. We fight. Rocha. You strong. All tribe keep stronger with you. But maybe you too strong. Too strong. Want to be chief. Strong. Always fight strong. Go!
When the world shall see, and when the world remembers.
Dude!
there something you
I
need?
feel different somehow.
Yes, Sarah?
This is just dreadful. Dreadful.
Yes, Sarah?
Yes, Sarah?
Why are you out here? Aren't you supposed to be in the tower assisting?
Oh, this summoning work. If you must know, I'm trying to get this Ash Guardian spell to work. Now let me concentrate. Besides, shouldn't you be worrying about the damage to the tower?
Master Neloth has tasked Alenia with repairing the tower. Why aren't you doing this in the lab, where it would be safer for all of us?
The lab is too small. Also, I need the ashy soil. Master Neloth knows what I'm doing. No need to bother him about it, though. He's quite busy at the moment.
It's on your head if something goes wrong. Just let me get back inside
Ash
first.
Guardian. I don't think you belong here. Does Master Neloth know about you? Heartstones are only found on Solstheim, as far as I know. Master Neloth believes they may be fragments from inside Red Mountain that were flung here during the huge eruption 200 years ago. Yes, I'm trying to summon an Ash Guardian. I'm just having trouble deciphering Master Neloth's handwriting. I don't mean to be rude, but I need to concentrate.
We don't get many visitors.
Need something?
Is there something you need?
I'd better get
There are
going.
rumors of dragons on the mainland. I hope they don't show up here.
Oh, rotated. That might work.
You again. Didn't I see you in Raven Rock? You refer to the tomes of esoteric knowledge that old Hermaeus Mora has scattered throughout the world? Is this somehow connected to your search for Mirac? Have you? The actual Arcama Infinium, that's it. I've searched for it myself for many years, without success. Well then, you should know better than anyone that Hermaeus Mora is not to be trifled with. But he is subtler than most of the other Daedric princes, as you would expect of the Prince of Knowledge and Fate. You seem to have escaped the fate of many who find themselves ensnared forever by the lore of his secrets. Or perhaps not. Found one? Yes. And you read it too, didn't you? Don't try to deny it. You've got the look. I can see it now. Dangerous knowledge is still knowledge and therefore useful. Usually turns out to be the most useful, in my experience. Now that is a dangerous path indeed. Hermaeus Mora gives nothing away for free. You may end up like Mirac, of course. 2-power-mad Dragonborn. It could be very interesting. Oh yes, they're not hard to locate once you know how to look for them. I have one here that I've been using to locate more. Yes, I haven't been idle while this fascinating madness engulfed Solstheim. But my book isn't what you're looking for. I'm quite sure it is unconnected with this Mirac. But I do know where to find a black book that can help you. Oh, it is clearly not associated with the same power that has overtaken the island. And I'm not talking about Hermaeus Mora. These black books are all his, of course. No, what you're looking for is a specific book, presumably because Mirac's power derives from it. Yes, I do. I haven't been able to get it, though. But maybe together we can unlock the secrets the Dwemer left behind. Forbidden knowledge was somewhat of a specialty of the dwarves, eh? You don't think they would just leave it alone, do you? It seems the ancient Dwemer discovered this book and took it to study. I found their reading room in the ruins of Nachardak. The book is there, but it's sealed in a protective case, which I wasn't able to open. But perhaps the two of us, together, will be able to get at the book. To Nachardak, then. Follow me. I hope this is important. Well, find her. Tell her I want apple cabbage stew with some canis root tea. What? Make my own tea? I am a master wizard of the House Telvanni. Other people make tea for me. Finally, someone who recognizes my importance around here. Mostly staffs. They're my specialty. Let's be on our way, then. I hope this is important.
That whole thing with the standing? Not recently. Neloth keeps me very busy with spell research. Ask Alenia. She and Verona seem to be quite friendly. Until next time.
Pleasure. Let's get to Chardak.
I hope you're not expecting a meal. I've barely got enough for them's that... Is it tea time already? Well, Neloth's just going to have to wait. Verona went to Raven Rock to arrange for supplies. Mephala Chloe. There's something you need?
The Dwemer certainly knew how to build for the ages. Here we are, Nachardak. The book we're after is right inside that dome. I don't care where she is. Go get her, now. And my tea better be hot. The book is housed inside that dome. I'll need to unlock the door for us. Let's get on with it. yourself! The Dwemer of Nachardak appear to have been fond of these control pedestals. Luckily, I found a cube to operate it inside on my last visit. I sealed the door when I left to keep out ignorant meddlers. Let me unlock it. The book is just inside. So tantalizingly close. But trust me, no magic will open that. I'd have had the book already if it could. No, we'll have to do this the hard way. If we can restore the steam supply to this room, I'm certain I can open it. As you'll see, that's easier said than done. This way to the boilers. Follow me. The last time I was here, I only explored a small part of the ruins. I was here alone then, and I find an assistant is absolutely essential for this kind of dirty, dangerous work. Nachardak, the city of 100 towns. In its day, it was the largest of the great Dwemer archives, and perhaps the most advanced. In the old stories, when the Nords came to conquer it, it said the Dwemer submerged the entire city beneath the sea until the invaders gave up. I have my doubts, but the city was a marvel of Dwemer engineering, now reduced to this. As you can see, most of the lower levels of the city are flooded, but it isn't hopeless. Old Dwemer pumps still seem to work. Watch. But the pumps only operate when a cube is in the pedestal. Unfortunately, they only have one cube. These 4 boilers provide steam to the room upstairs. They're shut down, but they still respond to the control cubes. So, if we can find 4 more cubes, we can turn these boilers back on and restore steam power to the room upstairs. Then I should be able to open the book's protective case. Bring that cube. We'll need it. Yes, here we are. This device shows the location of 4 more cubes in this section of the city. It looks like most of the cubes were moved to the lower levels, perhaps to try to control the flooding before the city was abandoned. Interesting. That would suggest that the city must have originally sunk during the first cataclysm of Red Mountain. Or that the Dwemer's servitors continued to try to preserve the city after their creator's disappearance. Real cubes are through here. This seems like a sensible place to start. hope the rest... What was that? These must be great workshops of Nacharka. Tracy, even in ruin. In the city's days of glory, it was reputed to be able to assemble a complete automaton in a single day. Much of the Dwemer's army at the Battle of Red Mountain must have come from here. Looks like we'll need to lower the water level to make any more progress. I believe these pillars will activate the pumps for this room, assuming they still work. Oh, good. Now we can see if we can find a way to get that next. Let's see where this leads. We need to find enough control cubes to keep the pumps running and to turn on all four boilers. somewhere in here. Hope it won't require more swimming around in this. I'd guess that must be the pump activator up there. But how to reach it? We'll need to get all 3 of these bridges down in order to reach the pump control. That's it. Don't touch anything else. Quickly now. And retrieve this cube once you find the last one released. Good luck. Do you have the cube? Good, good. Then I'll take this cube and we can be on our way. Watch out. The water's rising even higher until the pumps shut down. That was easier than I expected. I'm glad you were here to do all the hard work. With the cube I retrieved from the pumping pedestal, we should now have 5 cubes. Exactly what we need. you'll need the cube I picked up to start all the boilers. Here, I picked up this cube for you. Shall we get on with it? As much as I'm ready to see it. You do still remember why we're here. You need to start the 4 boilers. Then we should be able to open the water protection case upstairs. That seems to have done it before. It took longer than I'd hoped, but at least it's finally done. Look out! Another steam sensor! I'm going to head back upstairs and see if they're reading who... A steam. If so, it should be a simple matter to release the book. Please. Be my guest. You deserve the first look. Besides, it could be very dangerous. Ready?
Well done, my champion. Your journey towards enlightenment has finally led you here to my realm, as I knew it would. You have entered my realm. You have sought out the forbidden knowledge that only one other has obtained. You are dragonborn, like Mirak before you, a seeker of knowledge and power. All that he knows, he learned from me. I know what you want. To use your power as Dragonborn, to bend the world to your will. The second word of power. Use it to bend the wills of mortals to your purpose. But this is not enough. Mirak knows the final word of power. Without that, you cannot hope to surpass him. Mirak served me well, and he was rewarded. I can grant you the same power as he wields, but all knowledge has its price. He has served me long and well, but he grows restless under my guidance. His desire to return to your world will spread my influence more widely, but it will also set him free from my direct control. It may be time to replace him with a more loyal servant. One who still appreciates the gifts that I have to offer. Knowledge for knowledge. the Skull have withheld their secrets from me for many long years. The time has come for this knowledge to be added to my library. My word is as true as fate, as inevitable as destiny. Bring me what I want, and I will give you what you seek. Send the Skull Shaman to me. He holds the secrets that will be mine.
What happened? What did you see? Different people have very different experiences when reading these books. No wonder that Dwemer was so interested in that book. It was indeed one that Miraak used to advance his power as Dragonborn. But I assume there's some bad news. It would be unlike Hermaeus Mora to allow anyone to gain such knowledge without exacting a price. What secrets could they have worth keeping from old Mora? Sounds like a bargain to me. Hermaeus Mora learned some fascinating new ways to skin a hawker, and you become the second most powerful Dragonborn that ever lived. Well, that gives me a lot to think about. I need to get back to Telmithran. I have some ideas about how to locate more of these black books. The ash from Red Mountain holds the secret. By Malakat! I need to get back to it. Have some ideas about
This is House Redrin territory. You do well to remember that. Why you'd leave your homeland behind to venture here is beyond. But yourself.
You aren't here with bad news. Admiral Arano, second counselor of Raven. How I hate that title. Damn fools. He's in grave danger, and yet he continues to place himself in harm's way. When I fall asleep at night, all I can do is hope he'll still be there when I... This island was never meant for us. There's too much death here. I assure you, if I could convince Admiral to do that, I'd be on the next ship back to Blacklight. Unfortunately, Admiral and Counselor Morvain are very close friends, and they will never abandon one another, despite my feelings. I'm the wife of a second counselor, and certain things are expected of me. The most important thing is that I stand by Admiral no matter how I feel, and I intend to do that until we get off this miserable rock. Admiral and I lived in Blacklight, the capital city of Morrowind. House Redrin has improved Blacklight substantially over... The root spire where the Council of Great Houses meet is something to behold. I haven't seen the city in over 50 years. Even for a Dunmer, that seems like an eternity. Regardless, I hope to return there someday, which doesn't seem likely given my husband's commitment to Councillor Morvain. My husband is second counselor, so I certainly have the means to...
If you find yourself
in
in
my
the
phone.
ash lists, keep your eyes
Want to buy anything? Or just... I'd be on the first ship off this island. Mining gear? No. However, I used to sell East Empire pendants until I ran out of them. Popular little item. It's an amulet that was made exclusively for the East Empire Company. They gave them to their workers as an incentive at one point, a kind of reward for extra effort. They're no longer being made, so they've become a collectible. I'd love to get my hands on a few of them. They could be anywhere on the island. The mines might be a good place to start. If you find any while you're exploring Solstheim, bring them here, and I'll pay you for them. The question you should be asking is, what don't I sell here? Because I have pretty much any supplies you might need. If it's not a weapon, potion, or armor, then it's likely that I have it. Jarland, over at the docks, brings me most of my supplies. Oh, Glover Mallory gets me a few things once in a while. He usually has the most amazing deals that I can't pass up. See for yourself. The East Empire pendants are scattered all over, so leave no stone unturned.
Looking for any potions? Ingredients? Alchemical supplies?
Spare some coin for a lost soul.
You haven't seen Cretius Corellius, have you? That foolish old man's taken my pickaxe again. No, this isn't just your run-of-the-mill pickaxe. I'm talking about an ancient Nordic pickaxe. They don't exactly grow on trees, you know. I prefer to handle these things on my own. Look, if you see Cretius, tell him to give me that pickaxe back, and I'll pay you for the trouble. Well, it's been a long time since someone from the guilds bothered to make their way out here. So tell me, how's my brother Delvin? Still spending his nights at the Ragged Flagon trying to win Vex's heart? Good to hear. Tam Layabout never even bothers to send his own flesh and blood a letter saying how he's doing. Can you imagine? Anyway, I suppose you're looking for work. Well, I got bad news. This place is drier than a damn bone. Eager to make some coin, eh? That's the spirit. I'll tell you what. The Guild's got a problem out here that I've been trying to deal with for years, but haven't been able to handle. Don't look at me like that. I'm all alone out here, with no one to watch my back. And besides, it's really my problem anyway. I caused it. A fellow Breton who went by the name Esmond Tyne showed up on my doorstep about a fortnight ago. He noticed the shadow marks like you did, and I thought he was one of us. That he did, right out from under my nose. Can you believe it? It's my own formula for improved bone mold. Took me years to perfect. Well, before he ran off, he was talking some nonsense about trying to fence goods to the Reeklings at Castle Karstag. I told him he was crazy to even think about talking to those vicious little buggers, but he wouldn't listen. I'd bet a fat purse of coin that he's either dead or hiding out up there. You do that, and I'll make sure you're set up right. You won't be disappointed. You tell Cresius he better give that pickaxe back to me, or else.
This may be the frontier, but we've still got rules. Break them and you'll wander into the prisons. If you intend to wander Soulstone, you do so at your own risk.
Your visit here will be tolerated as long as you abide by our law.
As the wife of the second Councillor of Ravenloft, it would be my pleasure to help you. It's been a long time since I walked the ashlands of Vardenfell.
I work for Mogrel.
Teldrin Serrow, blade for hire. The best swordsman in all Morrowind is at your service.
Working on those standing stones feels like a bad dream. Glad you woke us from it.
Perhaps our town isn't as grand as Mournhold, but it's our home, and we must make the most.
Miserable. Just miserable. I hate this place.
Always a pleasure
Find
to
my
watch
pickaxe
when a
yet?
man like you
I
walks
want you
by.
to let me know if you see Drayla with Captain Veleth. I don't trust him.
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, home of the finest Sue Jammer that will ever grace your lips. There's actually a funny story behind the name, friend. A few years ago, I was walking down by the docks, and I noticed a Dunmer staggering along with a bottle of Sue Jammer in hand. He was one of my patrons and liked to drink heavily, so I wasn't exactly surprised. But you see, this particular Dunmer was as naked as the day he was born and singing badly at the top of his lungs.
So where do you hail?
As I'm watching this spectacle, a Netch floats over the bulwark towards him.
Have any kin?
The man looks straight up at the Netch, yells, "Have a drink," and tosses the bottle. And it never hit the ground.
He a blacksmith as well.
Well, the bottle broke on the Netch, and it must have swallowed its contents because it started floating sort of tilted. Finally, it stopped and began to quiver. A few moments later, the foulest liquid to ever assail your nostrils spewed from its maw. I've seen plenty of drunks in me day, and I'll tell you right now, that Netch was sick. True story, friend. True story.
Not to worry, Atro.
I heard crazy old Cresius has been sneaking in the Raven Rock mine again. At his age, he's going to get himself killed in there. The finest Sue Jammer to cross your lips, friend. In fact, I've just added some new ingredients to the mixture that I think makes it taste better than ever. All I need to do is get the word out that it's ready, and they'll flock here for it. I was kind of hoping you'd say that. Here, Take these samples of the Sujamma and spread the word. If you get rid of
Severin.
all of them, there's something
Pleasure to
extra in
meet
it
you,
for
Samuel.
you. Welcome to the ROBBER997 Corner Club, home of the finest Sujamma that will
Oh.
ever grace your lips.
Not today. Too many things on my mind. Pleasant journey, Samuel.
This island's nothing but a pot. At least my father will let me drink whatever I want without complaining. Tell Geldis I appreciate it. Keep yourself safe. Solstime's still a dangerous
Well,
place.
tell Geldis that Miri says she really appreciates.
Find you.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't. But...
There's something you need.
You're doing your job, Adro. No one can fault you for that.
Fine. Glover Mallory's the name. If you're looking for a... Perfect. I was just thinking about heading over for a drink. Thanks for saving me the trip. You tell Cresius he better give that pickaxe back to me.
As the wife to the... Oh, how kind. Thank Geldis for me, won't you? My husband is second counselor, so I certainly have the means to reward.
Welcome to Raven.
If you find my
Always a pleasure to taste anything Geldis comes up with. The Dunmer have been growing food in the Ashlands for thousands. It was born out of the necessity to survive in the harsh climate of our homeland. Next time you're hungry, stop by. I always have plenty of food for sale.
Want to buy... Geldis needs to bottle this up and send it to the mainland instead of wasting his time out here. His drinks are outstanding. Thanks. The East Empire pendants are scattered
Welcome to
all
the
over.
ROBBER997 Corner
Leave no
Club,
stone
home of the finest Sujamma that will ever grace your lips.
This island's nothing but a pile of rubble. What's the point trying to make a life here?
Murgrel doesn't lend coin to outlanders. I'll give you look somewhere
Take that
else.
swill and pour it down a well. All right, then.
Teldrin Sero, blade for hire. If you have the coin, I'm at your service.
Welcome to the... Sorry. Geldis won't allow me to drink while I'm working at the Netch. Safe travels.
Geldis? I need to know if you have...
If you witness suspicious... Why? Never seen a Redarin guard before?
If you're looking to purchase some...
Always Not today. Too many things on my mind. Pleasant journey, Samuel.
There's nothing... Glover Mallory. You lost?
On behalf of House Redarin and as Councillor of Raven Rock, I bid you welcome. Solstheim is theoretically under my rule, but without revenue from the mine, I lack the resources to actually govern anything but Raven Rock itself. Not that there's much beyond the confines of our town anyway. Well, there's a small enclave of Nords to the north in Skarl Village. They pretty much keep to themselves, and we both like it that way. Then there's Tel Mithrin to the east. The Telvanni live out there. Sort of a strange lot. But since we're both from Morrowind, we get along. Other than that, Solstheim is crawling with bandits and reeklings. But that's to be expected living in a frontier like this. Good old Geldis is always managing to keep our spirits up. And our eyesight hazy. Thank you. It used to be one of the richest ebony mines in Morrowind, but it dried out years ago. Now, we're barely holding out here. Without the mine, Raven Rock doesn't feel like it can last much longer. You've never heard of House Redarin? We're the mightiest of the great houses, and we lead the... This isn't Skyrim, Outlander. A group of powerful and influential Dunmer families have been ruling Morrowind for millennia. They embody a council made up of 5 great houses: Telvanni, Dres, Indoril, Sadras, and Redorin. Well, of course, with 4 other houses on the council, someone has to keep the rabble organized. Our house leads the council by virtue of our preeminence in battle, wisdom, and ancestral glory. Yes, I imagine it would to someone not of our people. If you're interested in pursuing the subject, help yourself to any of the historical volumes in my library. My doors are open if you wish to discuss matters involving Raven Rock.
Last time I...
They serve the best sujama I've ever tasted over the French nation. Are you here to pray, or perhaps pay your respects at our ancestral tomb? There where we inter our dead. Sadly, we've been unable to use the ancestral tomb beneath the temple as of late, and have resorted to other locations to scatter the remains. Those foul vermin, they are befouling the memories of our... Thank you. Here, this key should open the door to the tomb. The reclamations are the true tribunal. We call them the true tribunal because they... Sotha Sil, Amalexia, and Vivek represent what was. Beings. They were aberrations, false prophets. They used their status as heroes to shield the true tribunal from our minds. But now that they've been destroyed, the light can finally shine upon the House of Reclamations. The Dunmer race doesn't bury their dead, or leave them to rot inside a stone sarcophagus. When a Dunmer passes, his body is given to fire, so he might return to the ash from whence he came. The Dunmer don't believe that death is the end. We believe that it's the beginning. Be cautious, friend. The ash spawn are soulless beings with no regard for compassion. Excuse me, but the temple is for followers of our faith alone. Outsider. Get that vile liquid away from me. Non-believers are never welcome here. Spirits be praised. I'm hoping you didn't suffer much at the hands of those foul beings.
Please, accept this as a token of my thanks.
May Azura, Mafala, and Boethia guide you.